one of three teams still looking, and Carly Samuelson. For Connecticut, Marina Bus, we're going to have to come at her as a team. Gets it to Lindsay Allen, and Allen will set things up for Connecticut.
Lindsay Allen, a familiar face to these Lynx fans, as she spent a year here with the Lynx. It was a nice job of moving the ball for this Connecticut team.
Mabry gets up a tough shot in traffic. Now here come the Lynx. Courtney Williams with the ball, and Mabry forces her to dribble.
Gonna have to lower that number.
It is one of the focuses for the Lynx in this game here tonight. And here's your first look at Rivers. And Mabry again finds room in the paint. The kick out, Nelson Ododa. Nice move to the basket. Olivia
Nelson Ododa.
Williams from three, well short. Allen has the rebound. And Lindsay Allen is coming up the court with it. Mabry. Over to Charles. Charles had it poked away. Elena Smith coming away with the loose basketball. Minnesota forcing the turnover against Connecticut. Carlton. Here's Smith, who has shot more from three by far than anywhere else so far this season. Gets free for the left-handed hook shot that won't drop in.
Nice job by Mabry staying with that play, but turnovers haven't quite.
Gets it to Fee. Nafisa Collier probing. Baseline shot, no good.
Connecticut playing straight up man-to-man defense against Minnesota. Doesn't look like they're double teaming yet on Nafisa Collier.
That may change if Fee starts to get hot. Nelson Ododa working against Alanis on her. Charles, the double team up and over at the front of the rim. Williams now in the open court.
Yeah, but Lynx showing respect to Tina Charles, knowing that they have to double team her, especially down low on the box.
Carly Samuelson took some contact. Williams finds Collier. Collier finds the paint and the shot, and that one won't go either. Nafisa Collier has had two nice moves, but two really tough shots. Charles. Rhea Hartley at the basket, just nothing falling early. Hartley goes down, Smith drives the lane. Alana Smith makes the basket. She had shot 14 of her 19 attempts from three going into this game. And Cheryl Reeves said she's got the green light, but so far Smith's first two shots of this game have been at the rim. Mabry, quick trigger on the three from the baseline. Marina Mabry drops it through.
The last time Lynx fans saw her, it was during the playoffs last season, and she had some big games against Minnesota in that battle. But Minnesota ended up winning.
First 2 minutes of this game. Charles had that one blocked by Shepard. Jessica Shepard in the game for about 10 seconds, and she gets a block already.
Yeah, both Fee and Shepard really jumped down right on Tina Charles.
But Williams followed her own miss. Collier, top of the key, three ball.
And Connecticut has to take advantage. Well, Nafisa Collier is trying to warm up and find her shot. Connecticut has to find their offense here and take advantage of the slow scoring.
Charles all alone at the free throw line, and Tina Charles, NBA. Shepard, nice positioning and a good finish for Jessica Shepard, who has been so impressive this season.
She's been solid here this season for the Lynx. She's come in physically strong after being away a year in Greece. She is ready to go on both ends of the floor.
The roll drops in for Sanaya Rivers, the 8th pick in this summer's draft out of NC State. A rookie who looks like she belongs in this league. Williams off the dribble. Minnesota having a tough time. 2 of 9 to start the game. Connecticut 4 of 8. Hartley probing the lane to Mabry. Well beyond the three-point line, Mabry finds Olivia Nelson Ododa. And Nelson goes strong performer. Well, you know who is still the all-time leader in offensive rebounds in the history of the WNBA?
Who is it?
Rebecca Brunson.
She's in the building as well.
Three ball off the mark for Bridget Carlton. She might have been Tina Charles' kryptonite. She was a lot of players' kryptonite. Diamond Miller checks in for Minnesota. Hands it off to Nafisa Collier, who gets her first basket of the game after starting 0 for 3. Courtney Williams also started 0 for 3, and Natisha Heidemann is in place of her running the point. J.C. Sheldon with the basketball in for Connecticut. Here's Mabry. Mabry off the screen. Pulls up, gets her own shots, and Jessica Shepard has the rebound. Shepard's been in double-digit rebounds each of the last 2 games. What a find for Diamond Miller. Shepard head up, found Miller, who hit the reverse layup.
And I love it when a bench player comes right in, makes an immediate impact.
First 2 games of the season, so some team bonding perhaps for a young team with a lot of different players.
It's really crazy to think of how different this team is from the last time we saw them, losing really all 5 of their starters.
Anissa Morrow with the miss, getting her first WNBA minutes, and Shepard gets free for another basket. 4 points in 3 minutes.
It's the footwork right now at Jessica Shepard that is just so elite. She's handling the ball, and just her skills at this level is fun to watch.
Lynx are on a 6-0 run since Cheryl Reeve called that early timeout. Mabry almost came down with the basketball. Sheldon gets his shot off, but it's short.
Good defensive effort there by Jessica Shepard, really making people stop and think about the shots they take.
And here's Shepard with the basketball. And I think that foul is in Mabry and specifically Tina Charles, but
Absolutely.
Then several young players and a couple of rookies on the court already here tonight. One in the starting lineup. Here's Miller, Diamond Miller. A little wild on the shot. Shepard is there. Offensive board, Jessica Shepard. And Shepard is fouled. It played 10 at Dallas. Started out the season with 8 boards on a good stretch. Let's take a look at the upcoming fun WNBA season with a lot of storylines that are still just in their infancy.
Yeah, lots of changes, lots of new coaches everywhere, and then there's the Minnesota Lynx, you know, have all 5 players returning. Cheryl Reeve back once again. It's very consistent here in Minnesota.
The Lynx have tied the game up, 11-all here at Target Center. Sheldon started the last 2 games for Connecticut, coming off the bench here tonight. That 3 ball is off the mark. Charles, offensive board, add another one to her list, and a beautiful dish. What a find by Charles to Haley Peters.
Well, the Lynx overcommitted there on Tina Charles, had 3 players on her, and
as you do.
Yes, and the savvy vet found a way out of it.
Foul coming against Peter in her 14th season. If you're Tina Charles, you should be able to pretty much dictate if you feel like you need to be in a certain team with a certain situation and these amenities and these all-stars. And here she is in Connecticut, just relishing the opportunity to influence these young players. What a really professional, impressive veteran. JC Sheldon coming off the screen, kicks it out. This is Hartley, the 3 ball. Bria Hartley connects on the 3, and Connecticut has hit 2 of 5 from deep. Minnesota's yet to hit a 3. Alyssa Peely might be the one to do it. Has the basketball handed off to Diamond Miller, and now Heidemann. And Tisha Heidemann has really been good. Heidemann at the free throw line. Well, we've seen this before, Leah. Wrong player shooting a free throw. This happened on Wednesday night. Nafisa Collier went to the free throw line thinking she would be shooting a transition take foul. It was Heidemann who should have been there, and Dallas objected, but only after the free throw was shot. Now Carly Samuelson will come up. Well, Carly Samuelson is in a situation.
Absolutely.
Either way, kicks Natisha Heidemann off the free throw line. You did see momentarily Kayla McBride on the bench for Minnesota, and that is a wonderful sight to see. She's been out for personal reasons, but tonight we're seeing her for the first time at Target Center.
Yeah, really put a smile on my face to see her walk into the building tonight.
Charles, elbow jumper, bounces around. Healy has the defensive rebound. Here's Heidemann. Picks up the dribble, Miller. Going against a second-year player in Sheldon. Now Peely, also a second-year player, blocking foul.
Free throw line.
Let's check in with Allie.
Hey, ladies, some adversity to face for the Sun the rest of the game. Lindsay Allen is out and will not return to the game with a left leg injury.
Left leg injury for Allen, who started at the point guard position but only played 2 minutes. Bria Hartley came in really quickly. I didn't see what happened to Allen, but Rashid Mezian will be without his starting point guard and his floor general, as he called it.
You
her
sure
before
did.
the game. You asked him about Lindsay Allen. We won't see her the rest of the night.
And she does such a great job of dispersing the ball, 4.5 assists per game. So Connecticut will have to figure out another way to move the ball and get their offense rolling.
Well, that'll help. That'll get things going. Sanaya Rivers, three-pointer, gives Connecticut 3 in this game tonight.
How about Sanaya Rivers out of NC State, just kind of stepping into a big role right now for Connecticut, and this is an opportunity league, and she's getting a big opportunity.
And only playing in her second WNBA game. She did not play in the opener after the unexpected